Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines comes to you compliments Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
When you need someone to help you to your feet, I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. I'll be right next to you, no, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands, we got everything we need. Cause you can look to me whenever you're in need. Just call on me and I'll be on my way. I'll be by your side, never to divide. The light that shines our way. Wherever you road leads, we'll be right there with you. Wherever you road leads, we'll make your dreams come true. Next time, next time, next time, next day,
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
Live from the Grenadian capital, this is Network News for Friday, April 14, 2023. In the headlines, MP Delma Thomas says Senator Gloria Thomas is not the issue behind the tension, as she explains the sour relationship between her and opposition leader Dr. Keith Mitchell. Public Workers Union President says regularization within the public service will begin in June. Livingston Nelson appointed Chief Executive Officer of Grenada Cultural Foundation. Regionally, St. Lucia United Workers Party PRO wants Prime Minister Philip J. Pear to resign. Internationally, FBI arrests 21-year-old U.S. airman for U.S. intelligence leaks. Plus, in the sports news, Grenada will take on Guyana in the 2023 CONCACAF Gold Cup prelims. Hello everyone, I'm Kenroy Baptiste here at Television Center of the Grenada Broadcasting Network. We'll be back in just a moment.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave Bathroom Tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Thanks for joining us. Top story this evening: is there trouble in the camp of the new National Party? The question being asked as several allegations stem from an address by the Member of Parliament for St. Andrew Northwest, Delma Thomas, on Thursday night. Beverly Telesford reports.
After the last election, there seemed to be some issues, some personality issues.
Member of Parliament for St. Andrew Northeast, Delma Thomas, as she relayed that working with the National Democratic Congress, Senator Gloria Thomas, is not the issue behind the tension between her and the opposition New National Party, which she has been a part of for the last 13 years. Thomas sought to clear the air on her present standing as a member of the party. She explained that what was once, in her opinion, a very good relationship between herself and the leader of the NNP, Dr. Keith Mitchell, has now gone sour. The MP believes the issues stemmed from conversations about a transfer of the leadership of the party to the MP for the town of St. George, Peter David.
Dr. Mitchell would have said that it is last and he's giving up. And so the Honorable Peter David would have signaled that he will be willing to take over the reign of leadership of the party. I said to him, Doc, you know sometimes we're naive. I said, you know, when Deslin was going around in November of 2021, the people said that they not voting because you've been there too long. When I look at his face, I realized he was not happy with that particular statement, so I stopped. So I said to him, Tom, I would not lie for you. I did say that Peter David will be a good transitional leader. When I told him that, he lose all his cool because he did not want Peter to emerge as the political leader.
MP Thomas referenced two other party members who she alleged were victims of unjust actions.
Sister Kenroy Institute, I know many of you heard the news say she resigned or she didn't accept the position. That is a lie from the pit of hell. She was given a senator position, she accepted it, she had to go and sign the next day. She received a call that the people in Carriacou doesn't want her. And so they crafted a statement for her. And she agreed because she said, well, if they don't want me, there's no reason why I should be there. However, 1 month later, after all that, she learned that she said, and she said she actually said it in June, she said that Dr. Mitchell should not take up the leader of the opposition position. He should not give it to Peter because people vote against it. So when he heard that, he removed her as senator. So Kendra's story is my story. Pamela Moses' story is my story. I didn't get permission from Kendra to call her name. But I said to her that I will call your name. If I'm lying on you as a lawyer, then seek redress in the court.
Thomas said after the June 23 elections in 2022, their salaries were cut by more than half, and for some time they had been receiving assistance from the party until she stopped trying to get that assistance. She said Parliament then recommended an increase in the salaries for opposition MPs, which all members, apart from the political leader Dr. Keith Mitchell, chose to accept. She then had to make a decision about how she could financially support her family.
When he said to me, he said, this is a moral issue. I said, what's the moral issue? An increase that is recommended by the Parliament? I said, well, if that is the case, my first obligation, and I make no bones about that, my first obligation as an adult, a wife, a mother, is to myself and my family. And if I can't take care of myself and my family, you think I will take care of constituency? So I said to him, I write that down to him, I said, so I think that is what they're using to say, well, it's about money and all that. But I say, I'm not afraid to talk about that because the truth is, you can't survive without money. And so if in Parliament offer increase, there's no reason. Even though he don't need it, it doesn't mean that we as the other members doesn't need it.
GBN reached out to Mrs. Kenroy Maturin Stewart for comment on Thomas's allegations. However, calls to her phone went unanswered. Reporting for GBN News, Beverly Tellisford.
Meanwhile, leader of the opposition, Dr. Keith Mitchell, during an interview with select members of the media, responded to a question posed on the position of Delma Thomas with the New National Party on whether there's a rift and if there's any chance of reconciliation.
But I'm confident there's no rift within the New National Party. There's no rift. There are narratives being developed for a particular reason. People have their selfish motives. And I'm not talking about an individual. There are people on the outside also who are pushing that narrative. In 2008, when we lost, the members were saying all kinds of stuff. Party regrouped, reorganized. We're back in government with all seats. So the loss of an election could be a very psychologically difficult thing for some people. And how some people handle it might be because maybe the lack of the expectation that is not what expected could cause that sort of behavior problems we've seen in some cases. But to put that as a fight or rift, the party does not have a rift. We're clear.
Well, the three-time Member of Parliament for the St. Andrew Northwest constituency says she shall not resign as the sitting MP for the main opposition New National Party. Nisha Peters, Nisha Paul reports.
Honorable Delma Thomas says she will not be resigning from the post, which she has held for 3 consecutive terms. The former Social Development Minister has been the subject of widespread scrutiny, mostly by NNP members, over her decision to cooperate with members of the ruling National Democratic Congress government of Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell.
Because you see, they're looking for any means to discredit me. Anything that will make me look bad in the eyes of the public, they will do that. So he called for my resignation and he asked me to resign. But Andrew Donald did not vote for me. The people of the constituencies of the Northwest voted for me. And they are the ones who called for my resignation, not Andrew Donald. Andrew Donald was set up to come after me. And so he came very viciously. Remember, those of you who listen to Andrew program, he used to call me sister. He used to say I'm the best minister. We were good friends, he had my number. So if he really had an issue and he wanted to find out what happened, why not call me? He never called me. But he went on the radio and started to malign my name.
A concern raised recently was Mrs. Thomas's absence from the last sitting of the lower house of Parliament. She finally broke her silence during a meeting with her constituents on Thursday.
Kate Lewis and Peter David were the only 2 persons I told I could not make it in the Parliament in the morning. Because I was calling, I texted the speaker, I sent him an email, I called him, and then I called Kate because she's part of the team, and I said to her that somebody's coming to buy my van, and so I would not be able to come in Parliament. She said, well, no biggie, that she anything that will go through all the stages, she will tell them. So I spoke to her. Peter called for my son about a puppy he has to buy, and I said, I'm not making this one, I prepare I make all the preparation, but I can't make it.
The session was captured by Pineapple Marketing and Communications. Thomas is one of 6 re-elected MPs under the Keith Mitchell-led New National Party regime, which suffered a 9-6 defeat at the June 2022 election poll after 2 consecutive clean sweep victories in the 2013 and 2018 general elections. For GBN News, I'm Nisha Paul.
Other news, regularization of public workers is set to begin in June of this year. President of the Public Workers Union, Brian Grimes, is keen on this development. He's asking that the union be allowed to play a role in the process. Cherian Blackman-Stephen tells us more.
After clamoring for regularization within the public service for years, President of the Public Workers Union, Brian Grimes, today confirmed this process will begin in June.
I'm happy to report that the union had a meeting with officials from the Department of Public Administration on the 4th of April. And we gleaned a few things. And one of the things that we gleaned is that the regularization process will start in earnest in June of this year. That bodes well for public officers.
Grimes, who was a guest on GBN's To The Point program today, said the union has asked government to be part of the process from start to finish. He said the criteria being looked at are performance, qualification, and experience. He outlined how this process will roll out.
For example, in the first core group, we are talking about people who are acting, permanent people, who are acting in positions for a long time, or PSC people, I should say, not permanent. You're looking at temporary people who are under PSC but are temporary, people on assignment, people on probationary periods, PSC contracts. So that would be the first core group they will be looking at. The second core group, based on what the officials at DPA stated, would be unestablished workers, people on contract of service, daily paid workers, and people who have PS letters or ministry letters. And then the third group they will be looking at is contract for service.
The PWU leader says he hopes the same attention will soon be given to those working within the health sector. He is hopeful the crises of healthcare workers leaving the service for opportunities outside of Grenada will be abated.
Apart from wages, in fact, the number one factor is job security. They are temporary, and it's very, very disrespectful to to some of these public officers that they have been temporary for so long. Therefore, it's sort of a reflection that the employer, the employer does not value their service.
Government last year announced an honorarium of 500 EC per month or $6,000 for 12 months for nurses. It is unclear at this time if it has been a deterrent to them leaving. Prime Minister Mitchell told Grenadians during a town hall meeting in November of last year that to have full regularization of the public service, the issue of pension reform is necessary.
Don't address pension reform. You may get pension on paper, but when you retire, you will not have a funded pension. And the reality, therefore, is that pension reform must happen for your sake. We are giving ourselves 12 months to address this issue in a frontal manner.
Attorney General and Legal Affairs Minister Claudette Joseph had warned that contract work and pension reform must go together, or it will bloat the public service, cause irreparable damage to the economy, and threaten future pension payments. Cherry and Blackman Stephen, GBN News.
Meanwhile, the president of the Public Workers Union said the union and government are closer to signing salary increase agreements. He said a meeting was held on Thursday, April 13, with the government negotiating team. Government's offer for the 3-year period is 4% for 2023, 4% for 2024, and 5% for 2025.
We have moved 4.5 percentage points in order for us to, negotiate in good faith, try to get to a place, right, where there can be a win-win situation, mutually beneficial, right? And like I stated, and also the head of the government negotiating team also stated yesterday that we are closer to coming to agreement, and that is a very, very good sign for signing soon. Now,
all right, Grimes said that the PWU submissions were made in September 2022 and negotiations started on December 14 of the same year.
It has been, if I must say, very cordial. It is refreshing in terms of, the discussions are frank. The discussions are open because it's wage negotiations, but there has been no disrespect or no discord throughout this process, which we are happy for, which is in some respects a break from the past. Now, I'm not going to go delve too deep in terms of the figures, but I stated what government has placed on the table. What should be noted is that the
Government and the Grenada Union of Teachers signed collective agreements last month for a 13% salary increase and fringe benefits for teachers for the years 2023 to 2025. This is Network News live from the Grenadian capital. Still ahead from us, Kelsey Morel-Ross shares her success story and future plans with GBN. Stay with us.
On Saturday, April 15th, the National Stadium will rock. I'm not going to a circus, I'm not going to a fair. As Q West, Spectrum, and Starboys present Digicel Reggae Fest, the big show. Featuring for the first time in Grenada, Shabba Ranks. Reggae people stalling out. I know me roots and culture. Coffee. Coffee come in like a raptor, and everybody get captured. Romaine Virgo. Morgan, Marcia Griffiths, Grenada's own Tamara Songbird, Akeem, and a special international guest. Tier 1 tickets are $120. Limited VIP $500. Includes reserved parking, a variety of food offerings, and premium drinks. Tickets available at box offices island-wide or online at gotofet.com. Digicel Reggae Fest, Saturday, April 15th, National Cricket Stadium. Sponsored by Digicel, the bigger, better network.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Thinking about your new home? Think easy. Think a Republic Bank Home Easy Loan. Think affordable. Think convenience. Think Republic.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3. Republic makes home easy.
Wow, that was such a breeze.
Own your home
So whether laying that first brick or purchasing an existing home, we've got you covered. Republic Bank will get you those keys hassle-free in no time.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Apply for a Home Easy loan today for a chance to win a cash prize. Getting your new home is easy with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Terms and conditions apply.
Paying is faster and easier with Glow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press Consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details, along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Flow, keeping you connected.
Rewind selector. Rewind selector. Rewind selector. Rewind selector.
Do you know, when you play the games of the National Lotteries Authority, you are supporting sports, culture, and nation building in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit-Martinique?
Hi, I am Junior Murray, cricket coach, sports enthusiast, and a former West Indies cricketer. I endorse the games of the NLA 100%. For the past 40 years, the NLA has been funding many sporting activities, including competition for schools and clubs, and for athletes to participate in overseas tournaments such as the Carifta Games and regional cricket tournaments. For those reasons, I play the game of the NLA. Even if I do not win, I know Grenada always wins.
Yes, when you play all the games, the NLA in turn supports sports, culture, and nation-building activities throughout the Tri-Island state.
When I need shelter, warmth, security, I know you'll be there. Something in these moments lets me know you care. Maybe the way you shield me, maybe it's your smiles and the way you tell me it's okay to try. Now I'm invincible. I can pack my sack. I can take the long road, 'cause it's okay to look back if I am scared. I know you're there. Arise, together there's no limit to what we can do. Arise, with no wings, fly. Arise, and we're so high, enjoy the view.
This is Ariza, your financial freedom, your future.
High impact doors and windows can be yours. Now available at Caribbean Shutters Windows and Doors, agents for Domus Windows and Doors. Get custom-made UPVC products with a 20-year warranty on frames and a 5-year warranty on hardware, complete with installation and so much more. Visit our showroom at 11 Frequente Industrial Park, St. George, or call 439-1293, or visit our website at www.domuswindows.com.
And so it begins, a journey like none other. Every moment has the potential to be unforgettable. Bring home a piece of the tropical green forest with every emerald. Capture the sparkling light of flawless water in a diamond. Make the sunrise and sunsets last forever. With precious colored gemstones, the essence of happiness is in our most precious memories. So, when it all comes to an end, bring home something that will last forever. Colombian Emeralds International. Bring home more than a memory.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Thinking about your new home? Think easy. Think a Republic Bank Home Easy Loan. Think affordable. Think convenience. Think Republic.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3. Republic makes home easy.
Wow, that was such a breeze.
Own your home with ease.
So whether laying that first brick or purchasing an existing home, we've got you covered. Republic Bank will get you those keys hassle-free in no time.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Apply for a Home Easy Loan today for a chance to win a cash prize. Getting your new home is easy with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Terms and conditions apply.
Network News, welcome back. Earlier this week, we highlighted the accomplishment of track athlete Kelsey Morel-Ross. This evening, she shares her success story and future plans with the Grenada Broadcasting Network, which include more than sports. Christina John has this report.
People coming up, the young youth, even if you're not into athletics right now, I would say to you that you never know what you're capable of until you go out there and you try something. You might be looking at yourself that you're not ready, you're not prepared for a sport, or you might look at yourself as, oh, there's people better than me. But one thing my mom and people around me have always told me is to never give up and to never look at somebody. Don't judge a book by its cover.
The trend of thought that motivates Kelsey Morel-Ross, which she hopes will also inspire others. Earlier this month, Morel-Ross was named the Central Region Women's Field Athlete of the Year and National Athlete of the Year in the U.S. Kelsey is currently on a 2-year scholarship in the United States at the Barton Community College. Named the Female Track Athlete of the Region 6 meet, scoring 16 points in 2 events, Kelsey left an indelible mark on the record books. She shared her story with GBN's news desk in an exclusive interview via Zoom on Thursday.
Well, starting off the season, was a bit rough, but then during the season at regionals, I hit the 16-meter mark, and I knew I could have hit it long beforehand because my coaches and my coach back in Grenada, they always tell me, you know what you're capable of. You just have to go out there and do it. And in the nationals, I threw 1630, which was a really big distance for me. And I'm aware that Grenada doesn't have weights, but I took part in the weight throw and I threw 1830, which is a record breaker for my school, which is another thing that I'm so grateful for.
Morel-Ross is a former student of the J.W. Fletcher Catholic Secondary School and hails from the community of Happy Hill, St. George. This young star has not stopped at just athletics. She told GBN, come next month, she will be graduating with an associate degree in science and aspires to go even further.
I am going to Georgia State University, Georgia Tech, and there I'm getting a full scholarship also to complete my studies in exercise science to become a chiropractor.
Here's a page for young athletes.
It's not only about image, but it's about skill. And once you have that skill and you practice, you can reach anywhere in life. All you need is your education. You need your education. You need to be focused. You need to have respect, and you need to be graceful. And then you would reach as far as the stars and exceed.
She attributes her success thus far to a long list of individuals, which include her parents, coach, and mentors.
I feel very honored and grateful that, I was one of the few people that got the opportunity to come out here and exceed and to keep my parents' heads up. It's a big opportunity. It's a big weight on your shoulder, but You need to know what you have to do in order to make it in life, and certain things you need to stay on a straight and narrow path. You need to listen to the people that have gone before you and to help the people that are going to come after you in order for them and in order for you to improve.
Christina John, GBN News.
Congrats, Kelsey. We wish you continued success. Over the next 2 days, more than 500 Rotarians and delegates from the region and special representatives from Rotary International will gather at Radisson Grenada Beach Resort for the 2023 Rotary District 730 Conference. We get the rest of the details in this report.
This year's conference is being held under the theme Imagine, Reach, Achieve. Together, we can make the world a better place. After a 3-year hiatus, the conference is being held in the traditional full-blown in-person format. Prime Minister Honorable Deacon Mitchell, in his brief remarks, extended a warm welcome to the Rotarians and delegates from the region and underscored the acts of volunteerism as critical to the development of our societies.
We are working to revive the spirit of volunteerism in our communities through initiatives like the recently launched Nation Builders, which encourage citizens to get involved and actively participate in the transformation of our island. The Water, Access and Sanitation in Homes, or WASH project, which is also a flagship program for the Rotary Club that seeks to provide access to running water in all homes, is another example of such a program. Such initiatives are critical to building a solid foundation for the vision we have for Grenada as an empowered, equitable, and prosperous civilization.
Leslie Ramdeni, District Governor, says that the conference is promised to be informative.
Your conference committee has put together a packed program, all towards ensuring that we imagine, we reach, and we achieve. You can look forward to inspirational addresses from the speakers over the next 2 days. Information shared will give you the opportunity to retool so that you as leaders, when you get back to your home clubs, you return inspired and motivated to engage your members to take action in the communities to the next level.
District 7030 is one of the 520 districts worldwide and consists of 17 countries and the territories from St. Kitts and Nevis in the north to Suriname in the south with 2,200 members. Rotary International is the oldest and largest service club in the world, founded in Chicago in 1905 by Paul Harris. Nisha Peters, GBN News.
Carriacou and its unique traditions. Rena Mill gives us an insight into Saraka preparations on the Sister Isle.
Savvy Lazarus, Laurie Adams, Fortune Adams, and the main man himself is JBA, which is James Bondley Adams. So we're here today to start the same process again, and we are saying to you, guide us and make us stronger for next year. Of course. So the Lord be with all of us.
So happening now is the Dumfries and surrounding villages tomorrow. As you can see behind me, cooks, they're really busy preparing the meal. I think the pork is already done, the peas is already done, the rice about to be rolled, the cuckoo is being stirred. So people, come on over to 6 Road Cross at 3, 4 o'clock or maybe before, because a lot of food don't come down already. So come before, get your food, and then later on would be the cultural entertainment. Of course, at 8 p.m. the drum must be there. We're in 6 Roads, so there will be string band entertainment. Come and socialize.
Mills said they are setting the pace for Carriacou Maroon and String Band Music Festival just 2 weeks away.
Come quickly, Lord. Open them. Open them. Bust them and show. Come, I will go.
Yeah. Go and get the next one, Nilon. One time. You tell him three, tell him three, that bring three. Yes, sir, spread out, spread out. Spread out, open your bam bam. Open your foot. Spread out, yeah, you will get it. That's why I didn't have to show me. Let me not tell you it's spread, baby. But you're handling China. Who does the party here? Yeah, I'm going to come to turn our next cuckoo? Yeah. Okay, leave that them. Yeah, my next bucket and that.
So happening now is the Dumfries Maroon. Started 6 a.m. this morning with a libation, and it continues throughout the day. About 4 o'clock, we'll be sharing the food of our ancestors, Saraka, and 8 p.m. the drum will be. There may be some string band entertainment before the drums, but happening today, of course, is the 6th Road and surrounding villages Maroon. Yeah, come on over, check it out.
All right, thanks so much, Rena. Well-known cultural practitioner Livingstone Nelson has been appointed Chief Executive Officer of Grenada Cultural Foundation. Here's what we can tell you. He comes to the foundation with decades of experience as a cultural researcher and community leader. As the leader of the Tivoli Drummers, Mr. Nelson has been the organizer of workshops and festivals aimed at creating awareness and pride in Grenadian identity. He previously served as Chief Executive Officer of the Foundation during the period 2008 to 2013. Apart from assuming responsibilities for the day-to-day running of the Foundation, Mr. Nelson will be expected to develop and recommend strategic plans to the board consistent with the vision and mission of the Foundation, as outlined in Act number 23 of 1998, otherwise known as the Grenada Cultural Foundation Act 1998. Having a beautiful neighbor is a blessing, but occasionally a little friendly rivalry shows that size sometimes matters. Time for Eyesore.
A good eye captures all. GBN Eyesore is brought to you by Clearvision.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it. Clearvision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Clearvision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
Tonight's ISO reporter couldn't see anything while standing behind tonight's GBN ISO submission. She said her bok choys she planted were put to shame after her neighbor gifted her this huge plant. Huge it is indeed. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp on 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
We're going to take a break, but still to come in network news. Bolio resident sentenced to 36 months in prison for pre-deal larceny and vagrancy.
WeatherGuard Pro. For every project, there's only one Pro.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via superb service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
Is giving you more chances to multiply your Playway winnings by adding Multi-X to your regular Playway bets to win up to 5 times more. Imagine winning as much as $1,200 instead of $240 with a $10 Playway bet by simply adding Multi-X. Place your Playway bets from $1 to $10 or in increments on your favorite Playway symbols or numbers. Then add the Multi-X option at the same value to win 2 times, 3 times, 5 times more, or free plays. With Multi-X, you must bet the same amount wagered on your regular Playway bets for your winnings to be multiplied. Grenadians, value your dreams and win your way as much as 5 times more with Multi-X added to Playway and watch your money grow. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Paying is faster and easier with Flow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press Consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details, along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Flow, keeping you connected.
We're back at Television Centre. This story to report. A Bolio resident will spend the next 3 years in prison after confessing to stealing. Shondell Mitchell, an unemployed resident of Bolio St. George, was arrested and charged by members of the Pre-Deal Larceny Task Force following investigations into several complaints by farmers. He was sentenced to 36 months at His Majesty's prisons. Mitchell pleaded guilty to 5 counts each of pre-deal larceny and vagrancy. The 40-year-old man appeared at the St. George's Magistrates Court on Wednesday. Police say that as a result of ongoing investigations into other complaints, further pre-deal larceny-related charges may be laid against him. Life-saving technologies and skills were this week handed over to football administrators in Grenada. The initiative came through a non-profit organization whose mission is to promote awareness and enhance the screening and immediate treatment of sudden cardiac arrest, especially in athletes. Nisha Peters reports.
The Grenada Football Association are the recipient of 2 AED automated external defibrillator machines. Melinda Murray Nayak, founder and president of the Dominic A. Murray 21 Memorial Foundation, Inc., made the handover on Thursday to Kyle Lee, General Secretary of the GFA.
I'd like to thank Melinda and her team for the donation. It will be used to our best, and we look to ensure that our players, God forbid, don't have to get to that situation, but if they do, we have our coaches and our coaching staff who are trained to use them. So on behalf of the President, Executive, staff of the Secretariat, and other members, we'd like to say thank you for this generous donation.
Apart from the AED machines, the coaching staff of various national teams were trained in CPR techniques and the use of the life-saving AED machines. Mrs. Maureen Nayak, whose son suffered a cardiac arrest while playing basketball, says she does not wish to see this happening to other athletes.
I wanted to ensure that what happened to my son didn't happen to another young player. And to date, our foundation has trained over 27,000 people in CPR, and we place AEDs so that more lives have been saved. And we're just going to continue our mission into Grenada because my son's roots stem from Grenada. His father grew up in St. David's, was born right here. He died from a heart attack at age 42 before our only child died. So it's critical to have this training here, and it's important that we do it in Grenada.
The AED machines provide life-saving care to someone experiencing cardiac arrest or heart failure. Esther Valcina, member of the National Under-14 Girls Team coaching staff, was one of the beneficiaries of the training.
It was very educational. It is something that you can use not only in football, you can use it anywhere in life, at home. Just saving somebody's life is very important. If I should get the chance to call to save somebody's life, I feel I could do it.
The Dominic A. Murray 21 Memorial Foundation is a not-for-profit organization certified by the New York Department of State, whose mission is to educate, promote awareness, create legislation, and effectuate dramatic change in the screening, diagnosis, and immediate treatment of sudden cardiac arrest. Nisha Peters, GBN News.
Sports news is next. Grenada will take on Guyana in the 2023 CONCACAF Gold Cup prelims. Stay with us.
Level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
Do you know, when you play the games of the National Lotteries Authority, you are supporting sports, culture, and nation building in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit-Martinique?
Hi, I am Junior Murray, cricket coach, sports enthusiast, and a former West Indies cricketer. I endorse the games of the NLA 100%. For the past 40 years, the NLA has been funding many sporting activities, including competition for schools and clubs, and for athletes to participate in overseas tournaments such as the Carifta Games and regional cricket tournaments. For those reasons, I play the game of the NLA. Even if I do not win, I know Grenada always wins.
Yes, when you play all the games, the NLA in turn supports sports, culture, and nation-building activities throughout the Tri-Island state.
When you need your prescription filled or you require non-prescribed medication, supplements, or all your personal needs, visit Gittins Healthcare at locations on Wall Street, Grand Anse, Victoria Street, Grenville, and Central Deputy Street, Wharf. Gittins Healthcare aims to provide an exceptional personalized pharmacy experience. Additionally, children under 5 and adults 55 years and over will enjoy 10% discount on purchases of $20 and over on prescription medication. Stop settling for less. Visit Gittins Healthcare, where your health is our priority.
Sporting fans, good evening. Grenada will take on Guyana in the 2023 CONCACAF Gold Cup prelims. Though finishing at the bottom of Group D in League A of the CONCACAF Nations League, Grenada has a chance to qualify for the 4th Gold Cup in the prelims stage. The prelims draw took place today at Sophie Stadium in Inglewood, California. The draw is based on the CONCACAF men's national team's rankings as of March 31, 2023. Grenada falls into the round 1 matchup in which 6 of the highest ranked teams will be matched with 6 of the lowest ranked teams. Grenada's senior men's national team interim head coach Anthony Nixon Modeste represented the Grenada Football Association at the 2023 CONCACAF Gold Cup prelims official draw. The 17th edition of the Gold Cup is scheduled to take place from June 16 to July 16 in the USA. Once Grenada is successful through the 2 rounds of the prelims, the senior men's team will advance to the 2023 Gold Cup group stage. Grenada has named a 13-man squad to participate in the upcoming Under-19 cricket tournament. The Winlot Inc. WICB Under-19 tournament will be played in St. Lucia from April 16 to 21, 2023. The tournament will see the return of most of the players from last year, with the inclusion of some promising players, including Windward Islands Under-15 captain Theo Edward. The tournament will be used to select the Windwards Under-19 team to play in the Cricket West Indies tournament in St. Vincent and the Grenadines in July. Windward Islands Cricket Board President Dwayne Gale said that with another Youth World Cup scheduled for early 2024, this year's tournament is an important one, given that players will be competing for places in the Windwards Under-19 team to participate in the WCI Rising Stars Under-19 tournament. The full squad reads: Devonnie Joseph captain, Chad Abram, Kellis Andrew, Kelshon Andrew, Kelvin Gangadine, Jarrell Jeremiah, Justin John, Jamal Lambert, Kirsten Murray, Kurt Murray, Deshante Thomas, Devin Tyson, and Ronald Walker. The team is being coached by Clyde Tellisford and managed by Randall Baptiste. Grenada's first match is scheduled for April 16 against St. Vincent and the Grenadines at Grosile. St. Lucia currently hold the title after winning the championship in Dominica last year. This story to report. A Premier League footballer arrested on suspicion of child sex offences will face no further action, according to police. The player, who has not been identified, was arrested in 2021 and interviewed by officers before being released on bail. Greater Manchester Police said the evidence in this case does not meet the threshold for prosecution. The player has since left the Premier League club he was with at the time of his arrest. A spokesperson for Greater Manchester Police said, quote, "The 33-year-old man, who was arrested in connection with an investigation opened in June 2021, will face no further action. The investigation team and Crown Prosecution Service have been working together and reached the decision that the evidence available at this time does not meet the threshold set out on the code for Crown prosecutors," unquote. Officers said they were committed to investigating allegations to secure the best possible outcomes for all involved and would continue to work with partner agencies to ensure individuals are supported. That's the sports news for now. As Guyana prepares for local government elections on June 12, 2023, all eyes on the ruling to be delivered by Acting Chief Justice Roxanne George SC on May 11, 2023. The ruling will address the application made by APNU's Chief Scrutineer Carol Joseph, who is challenging the process used to compile the voters' list for the upcoming polls. Tiana Cole has the full story.
Despite arguments to the contrary, the Guyana Elections Commission has maintained that it acted lawfully in compiling the voters' list. Last December, Carol Joseph, through her attorney Roysdale Ford, Senior Counsel, had requested an urgent hearing of an application she had filed challenging the process used to compile the voters' list for the local government elections. The application, which is being heard by Acting Chief Justice Roxanne George, Senior Counsel, lists the Chief Election Officer Vishnu Prasad, the Commissioner of Registration, and Attorney General Annie Nandlal as respondents. On Wednesday, when the matter was called, GCOM's lawyer Curtis Silva amplified unwritten submissions he had earlier laid over to the court. Joseph is asking the court to make a series of declarations that GCOM acted ultra vires and unlawfully in compiling the list of voters for the local government elections. The Guyana Elections Commission has appointed April 17 as nomination days in preparation for the hosting of the long overdue LGEs in June. The elections, which are constitutionally due every 2 years, was last held in November 2018. At that election, the then PPP opposition had secured 52 of 80 local authorities areas. This followed the holding of the LGE in 2016, when the PPP had also claimed most of the local authority areas. Local government elections were constitutionally due at the end of last year, but GCOM was without a chief elections officer and was not prepared to host the election. GCOM, a constitutional body, was allocated $5.2 billion in the 2023 national budget to carry out its functions.
St. Lucia's Prime Minister Philip J. Pear was heavily criticized by the UWP Public Relations Officer over his recent walkthroughs in Vieux Fort communities badly hit by violent crimes. More in this report.
The SLP administration and stakeholders are working to end the senseless gang killings in Vieux Fort as families and loved ones grieve over the tragic loss of lives. 11 people perished in a month of gang-related feuds. A 2-year-old baby and a mother of 3 were among the victims shot dead by callous criminals. The authorities have deployed hundreds of police officers to the area. The contingent includes RSS troops. Officers conducted raids, executed search warrants, and effected arrests and countless seizures with 24-hour patrols and operations. However, the opposition United Workers' Party, UWP, is not impressed with the efforts of the political directorate, likening frequent visits to the affected area by the Prime Minister as nothing more than photo ops and publicity stunts. The incumbent says the trips are a demonstration of solidarity with the community, but UWP PRO Leonard Montout is giving the government a failing grade.
Photo ops, such as going to Vieux Fort and walking around the streets of Vieux Fort, will not help. It will not change anything. As a matter of fact, the Prime Minister, in his best efforts, should realize by now, just as Dr. Anthony, a member of his party, says, the measures that have been taken are not working. They are not paying dividends. And so a new and different approach should be taken.
Internationally, a 21-year-old U.S. airman will appear in court in connection with a leak of highly classified military documents about the Ukraine war and other national security issues.
The FBI on Thursday arrested a member of the U.S. Air National Guard over the leaks online of classified U.S. documents that embarrassed Washington with allies around the world. In brief remarks, Attorney General Merrick Garland announced the apprehension of the suspect.
Today, the Justice Department arrested Jack Douglas Teixeira in connection with an investigation into alleged unauthorized removal, retention, and transmission of classified national defense information. Teixeira is an employee of the United States Air Force National Guard. He will have an initial appearance at the U.S. District Court for the District of Massachusetts.
Garland added that the investigation is ongoing. U.S. officials have been hunting for weeks for the person responsible in assessing damage from the release of the intelligence reports, which first appeared on social media sites in March. The Department of Defense referred the matter to the Justice Department, which opened a formal criminal probe last week. Some of the most sensitive leaked details are purportedly related to Ukraine's military capabilities and shortcomings, and information about U.S. allies including Israel, South Korea, and Turkey. President Joe Biden, who is on a 3-day tour of Ireland, said he was not overly concerned about the leak. Reuters has reviewed more than 50 of the documents, labeled secret and top secret, but has not independently verified their authenticity. The number of documents leaked is likely to be over 100. A number of countries have questioned the veracity of some of the leaked documents, including Britain, which said there was a serious level of inaccuracy in the information.
A reminder of the headlines in a moment. This is the Grenada Broadcasting Network. A reminder of the headlines. Member of Parliament Delma Thomas says Senator Gloria Thomas is not the issue behind the tension, as she explains the sour relationship between her and opposition leader Dr. Keith Mitchell. Public Workers Union President Brian Grimes says regularization within the public service will begin in June. Livingstone Nelson appointed Chief Executive Officer of Grenada Cultural Foundation. Regionally, St. Lucia United Workers' Party, PRO, wants Prime Minister Philip J. Pear to resign. Internationally, FBI arrests 21-year-old U.S. airman for U.S. intelligence leaks. Plus, in the sports news, Grenada will take on Guyana in the 2023 CONCACAF Gold Cup prelims. That's the news. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kenroy, Baptiste. Have a safe and great weekend. Good night.